Be me 25, working a dead-end IT help desk job for a soulless corporation. My life is a repeating cycle of resetting passwords, telling people to turn it off and on again, and going home to my empty apartment. The highlight of my day is the sweet, sweet release of logging onto my PC. It's not even about the gaming anymore, not really. It's about the community, specifically our Discord server. It's for a pretty niche single-player RPG, mostly just a place for people to share builds, lore theories, and memes. It's my real social life. About a year ago, a new user joins. Handle is Aethel, she's funny. Like whip-smart, sarcastic, and her meme game is top tier. We start talking in the general chat. Banter flows effortlessly. We have the same taste in movies, music, and the same cynical outlook on life, but in a funny way. Soon it moves to DMs. We talk every single day. From the moment I wake up to the moment I fall asleep, my phone is buzzing with messages from her. She tells me about her life. She's a freelance graphic designer, loves hiking, has a dumb cat named Jasper who's always knocking things over. Her stories are vivid and hilarious. She makes her life sound like a sitcom. She's everything I'm not. Adventurous, outgoing, confident. We start voice chatting. Her voice is exactly what I expected. A little husky, and she has this amazing laugh that's somewhere between a giggle and a snort. We stay up for hours playing co-op games or just talking about nothing. I feel like I can tell her anything. My boring job, my estranged dad, my anxieties about the future. She just gets it. She listens. She never judges. She shares her own stuff too. A bit more guarded, but she talks about creative frustrations, annoying clients, the usual stuff. It all feels so normal. I ask for a picture a few weeks in, trying to play it cool. Lol, only if you send one first, nerd. I send the most painfully curated selfie I can manage. Good lighting, a slight smile that doesn't look like I'm being held hostage. Took me 45 minutes to get it right. A minute later, she sends one back, and she's beautiful, not an Instagram model, just real. Cute freckles, messy brown hair tied up in a bun, and these big, intelligent green eyes. She's biting her lip in the photo, trying to suppress a smile. My heart does a stupid little flip. It's on. I'm completely, hopelessly down bad. This goes on for 10 months. 10 months of texting, calling, falling asleep on voice chat together. She's the first person I talk to in the morning and the last person I talk to at night. My friends know all about her. When are you gonna meet this girl, dude? My buddy Mark keeps asking. I don't know, man, it's complicated. She lives like 5 hours away. So drive, it's been almost a year, you're not getting any younger. He's right, I'm terrified. What if the chemistry isn't the same in person? What if I'm not what she expects? But the thought of not meeting her is worse. I finally work up the courage. Hey, so this is forward, I type out, my hands sweating. But I have a long weekend coming up, and I was thinking maybe I could drive down to your city. The three little dots indicating she's typing appear and disappear for what feels like an eternity. My stomach is doing gymnastics. Then a reply, I'd love that. The next 2 weeks are a blur of excitement and sheer panic. We plan it all out. I'll drive down on Saturday morning. We'll meet for coffee at this cool independent place she recommended, then maybe walk around the historic downtown area. She sounds just as excited as I am, maybe even more. The night before I leave, we're on the phone. I can't believe I'm finally going to see your dumb face in person, she says, her voice warm. Yeah, prepare to be underwhelmed, I joke. Shut up, I'm so nervous. Me too, I admit. What if you hate me? Not possible, she says softly. I already know you. That single sentence puts all my fears to rest. She's right, we know each other. This is just the final step. The drive there is surreal. I've got my best clothes on. I got a haircut. I cleaned my car. I have a playlist of all the bands we discovered together blasting through the speakers. I feel like the main character in a rom-com. It's pathetic and I don't care. I pull into her city. It's a nice place, old brick buildings, lots of trees. I text her, I'm here at the coffee shop, no pressure, take your time. My hands are shaking so bad I can barely hold my phone. She replies almost instantly, Amwa, be there in 5. I go inside, get a table by the window so I can see her coming. Every girl who walks by the window makes my heart leap into my throat. My leg is bouncing a million miles an hour. I feel like I'm going to throw up. And then I see her, it's her, Messy brown hair, same profile I've seen in the couple of photos she sent me, but she's not walking towards the door. She's just standing across the street looking at the coffee shop. She's hugging herself even though it's not cold out. She looks small and terrified. She's wearing a baggy hoodie and jeans, and her hair isn't in a cute messy bun. It just looks messy. Maybe she's just nervous. Yeah, that's it. I'm nervous too. She takes a deep breath and finally crosses the street. She walks in and her eyes scan the room. They land on me. There's no smile of recognition, no spark. Her eyes just widen a little and then she immediately looks down at the floor. She shuffles over to my table. Hey, she says. Her voice is a tiny whisper. Nothing like the confident, husky voice from the phone. It's thin and reedy. Hey, Ethel, I say, standing up to give her a hug. It's one of the most awkward hugs of my entire life. She goes completely rigid, her arms staying glued to her sides. It's like hugging a lamppost. I sit back down, my mind racing. Okay, weird start. She's just nervous, super nervous. She sits down opposite me. She won't make eye contact. She's just staring at the salt shaker on the table like it holds the secrets to the universe. So you made it, she says to the salt shaker. Yeah, traffic wasn't too bad. My voice sounds unnaturally loud in the quiet space between us. An agonizing silence hangs in the air. This is not my Ethel. This is not the girl who I banter with for hours. I decide to take charge. I have to save this. I can't believe we're finally here. This is so wild, I say, trying to sound cheerful. She just nods, still staring at the table. A waitress comes over. What can I get for you folks? Ethel jumps like she's been electrocuted. Just a water, she mumbles. I'll have a black coffee, I say. The waitress leaves. The silence returns, heavier than before. This is my nightmare. This is every fear I had about this meeting, multiplied by 1,000. I try to bring up one of our inside jokes, something about a character from the game we play. So I was thinking on the drive over, I begin, about that ridiculous quest with Sir Reginald. She looks up for a split second, a flicker of something in her eyes, and then it's gone. Oh yeah, she says and looks back down. The joke lands on the table with a deafening thud and dies. My brain is screaming, abort, abort mission. This is not her. This is a stranger. Is this a prank? Did her sister come instead? But no, it's her face from the pictures. It's just duller. The light is gone from her eyes. We sit there for 20 minutes. 20 of the longest, most excruciating minutes of my life. I ask her questions about her week, about her cat, about a design project she was excited about. I get one-word answers. Good, fine, okay. It's like talking to a brick wall, a very sad, anxious brick wall. The confident, witty, adventurous girl I fell in love with is nowhere to be found. In her place is this timid, quiet, painfully awkward person who looks like she'd rather be anywhere else in the world. And the worst part, I'm starting to get angry. I drove 5 hours for this. I spent months building this up in my head. I feel like a fool. I feel like I've been scammed. This is a catfish, not a visual one, but a personality catfish. The disappointment is a cold, heavy stone in my stomach. I can't take it anymore. You know, I say, forcing a smile. I'm actually pretty tired from the drive. Maybe I should check into my hotel and get some rest. It's the lamest excuse on the planet. It's barely noon. I'm already planning my escape. I'll go to the hotel, pack my bag, and just drive home. I'll text her some excuse later that I got sick, a family emergency, whatever. As I say it, I see her face. And for the first time, I see a real emotion. It's not panic. It's not anger, it's devastation. Her eyes well up with tears, her lip trembles, she looks utterly broken. Oh, she whispers, her voice cracking. Okay. She looks down at her hands, which are clenched so tight her knuckles are white. A single tear splashes onto the back of her hand. And just like that, my anger evaporates. It's replaced by a wave of confusion and concern. The person I was talking to for 10 months wouldn't fake that raw, genuine hurt. Something is wrong. My plan to run away vanishes. I can't leave her like this. I take a breath. Ethel, I say, my voice much softer now. Are you okay? She shakes her head, still not looking at me. What's going on? I press gently. You seem different. Did I do something wrong? She finally looks up at me. Her face is streaked with tears, and her green eyes are full of a pain so deep it shocks me. No, she says, her voice choked with sobs. You didn't do anything wrong. I did. What are you talking about? She takes a shuddering breath. I'm not her, she says, her voice barely audible. My heart sinks. What do you mean you're not her? I know what you look like. No, she shakes her head, tears streaming freely now. I'm not her, the person you've been talking to, Ethel. She gestures vaguely at herself. This is me. This is the real me. The person on Discord, she's who I want to be. She's confident and funny, and she has her life together. And then it all comes pouring out. She tells me everything. She hadn't been a freelance graphic designer for almost 2 years. She was laid off from her agency job and never recovered. She didn't live in a cool apartment in the city. She lived in her childhood bedroom in her parents' house. She didn't go hiking. She barely left the house. She suffered from crippling depression and social anxiety that had completely taken over her life. Her online life wasn't a lie to trick me, it was an escape. It was her only connection to the outside world, the only place where she could forget who she was for a little while and be the person she dreamed of being. Ethel wasn't a fake persona, it was a memory of who she used to be before things got bad and a hope for who she could be again. The pictures she sent were from 3 years ago before she got sick. She was so excited for me to come, she thought maybe she could just pretend for a day. She thought she could force herself to be Ethel for me. But the moment she saw me through the window, sitting there, real and smiling, the panic set in. The self-hatred, the anxiety, it all came crashing down on her. She couldn't do it. I'm so sorry, she sobs, hiding her face in her hands. I'm so sorry, I'm a fraud, you should go. I'm so sorry I wasted your time. I sit there stunned. I don't know what to say. Every part of my brain is telling me to run. This is too much. This is not the easy, fun, perfect relationship I had imagined. This is messy and complicated and sad. This is not what I signed up for. I look at her, this broken person crying in a coffee shop. And then I think about the last 10 months. I think about her wit, her intelligence, her kindness. The way she listened to me talk about my stupid problems. The way her laugh could make my whole day better. That person wasn't a fraud, that was her. It's still in there, buried under all this pain. The person who was confident and funny online wasn't a lie, it was just the part of her that wasn't sick. The part of her that was still fighting. I reach across the table and gently touch her hand. She flinches, but she doesn't pull away. Hey, look at me. She slowly lowers her hands and looks at me, her eyes red and puffy. I give her the most reassuring smile I can muster. First of all, I say softly, you didn't waste my time. I slide a napkin from the dispenser towards her. And second, thank you for telling me. She just stares at me, confused. You're not mad. No, I'm not mad, I say, and I realize with a jolt that I mean it. I'm not gonna lie, I was confused, but I'm not mad. What you're going through, that sounds incredibly hard. I can't even imagine. I make a decision. Okay, I say, standing up. Let's get out of here. This place is too loud anyway. She looks terrified again. Where are we going? We're going to get that water you ordered, but in a bottle, and then we're going to go for a walk, somewhere quiet, no pressure. We don't even have to talk if you don't want to. She hesitates for a moment, then gives a small, shaky nod. We leave the coffee shop and walk to a nearby park. We find a bench overlooking a small pond. We sit in silence for a while. It's a different kind of silence this time. It's not awkward or tense. It's comfortable. She's still not looking at me, but she's not looking at the ground either. She's watching the ducks on the pond. Slowly, she starts talking, really talking. She tells me about her struggles, about therapy, about the medication that doesn't always work, about how lonely she is. I don't try to offer solutions. I don't say it'll get better or any of that other useless platitude bullshit. I just listen. And as she talks, something amazing happens. I start to see her, the real her. Every now and then a flash of Ethel will break through. A wry, sarcastic comment about the ducks. A flash of the intelligence I fell for when she analyzes a book she's been reading. She even lets out a small, quiet laugh at one of my dumb jokes. It's not the big, booming laugh from the phone. It's better, it's real. We spend the next couple of hours just walking and talking. The pressure is gone, the expectations are gone. All that's left are two real, flawed people getting to know each other. As the sun starts to set, I walk her back to her car. I should probably head home, I say. It's a long drive. Yeah, she says, looking at her shoes. Okay, hey, I say, waiting until she looks up. I'm glad I came. A small, genuine smile touches her lips for the first time that day. It transforms her entire face. Me too, she says. The drive home is quiet. I'm not euphoric like I was on the way there. I'm tired. And my heart aches a little for her and everything she's going through. It wasn't the fairy tale I expected. It was something far more complicated, but it was also something far more real. I get home late, exhausted. I collapse on my bed, my phone buzzes. It's a message from her. Thank you for today, for being kind. I stare at the message for a long time. I think about the easy, effortless fantasy of our online relationship. And I think about the difficult, messy, beautiful reality of the woman I met today. I start typing. Of course, hey, let me know if you ever want to talk about that book you mentioned, the one with the sad robot. A moment passes. I'd like that, and as I lay there staring at my ceiling, I smile. The girl I met wasn't what I expected, she was so much more.